If you've already gone through my first video and the one where I had spoken about the Warrior Plus website and JV Zoo where you could sell your article packages, you probably noticed me the section where I showed you the real estate package that somebody was selling, and I had said that I was going to show you how to do a similar thing yourself. So in this video I'm going to show you how to create that magazine if you wanted to create a magazine to sell to offline people and businesses yourself, like hairdressers and plumbers and garages or whatever things might be in your area, or then you can actually branch out further then. So it could be maybe the hairdressing businesses in your town, in your city or whatever, and then branch out maybe to the ones in your state. So you'd have all this content already created and you just a matter of selling it over and over and over again. So if you've never created magazines or done any kind of presentation, brochures or anything like that, I recommend you come on over to canva.com. Canva is you can find it here at canva.com. You need to create an account, and it's totally free to use. There is some charges for particular elements. Maybe if you were using some other images and something like that, they might charge you maybe $1 an image and something like that. But if you're using free images, you can make a magazine completely free. So if you come on over to canva.com and set yourself up on an account, and this is what you're going to meet here on the front page. And what we're looking for is we are looking for magazine layouts. So this was the one I was going to use here, this Lush magazine. So I already have clicked it open, and once you click on that, then you'll be given you'll be brought to a page like this. So for example here, this was the same kind of Lush magazine, but what I did was I had swapped out the image that is on there. You can see this girl in the dress. I've changed it and I've just made it a real estate image and I dragged it into this. So I'm going to show you how to do all that now in one moment. But to find the layouts, if you just come on over here to the layout section, now you're going to find different kind of magazine kind of type cover. So if you don't like the one that I have at the moment, you feel free to slide up and down here and choose any of the ones that you see here. Again, when you put your mouse over it, you're going to see a dollar symbol. So there is a paid element on this magazine cover, and it could be maybe just this image here, but maybe if you deleted that image off and use a free image of your own, this will be totally free. I'll show you now in a wee moment then how to get free images that you can use. So basically just scroll through all these different magazine layouts, see which one you'd like and click on it, and then Canva will load it up here for you to play around with and edit and stuff like that. But I'm just going to stick with the one I had shown you, the Lush magazine. So basically what happens is I'm going to take I had the image of the girl there, but I'm just going to take this image out that I have in here just to show you how to do it. So the image of the girl was there, so you just click on that section and come up here to the trash can, and then you just click away that image and then it'll get rid of it. So what you need to do then, if you're looking to put in a free image, come over to a website called pixabay.com. Now all the images on this website are free. There's images, there's photographs, illustrations, videos and things like that. Now bear in mind that although some of the images are free, some of the people who give the images to the website would like maybe a little link back with an attribution or something like that, or maybe there might actually be a copyright on some of the images. So for example, if I was going to use this gorilla image here for my magazine for the front cover, when you come over here you'll see it's free for commercial use. So you can use it in magazines, you can use it in any kind of sold material, and then you can see here that this person, Alexa's Photos, doesn't want any kind of link back to the website or any kind of mention of them that they had given it to you. So to download this image, just click on the free download button here and then select the size. I normally just go for this kind of size here, not the biggest size, and then click download. So then once you have that image then downloaded onto your PC or your laptop or your Mac or whatever it is, you want to get that image then from there. You have to bring it over to, so for example, this is where you're going to upload your images. So what you do is once you've got downloaded that image of the gorilla, just click the green button here and then go and find that image of the gorilla and then click on it, and then Canva then will load your image up here. So then it's just simply a matter of clicking on that image and it will put it back into this element here. So I am just going to put this in here So there is that image. I'm just going to drag it. Again, it's very easy to use. Just drag the corners to make the image bigger, and then move it into position, and then it'll move into this kind of landscape background to fill it up. So as you can see there, even without kind of dragging it around, that the Canva website will actually just know exactly what size to make it, and it will drop it in for you. So as you can see here, that is my kind of real estate magazine. I got rid of the Lush title at the top here, so you can just edit that whatever way you want. Again, if you can use a Word document, this is just as easy. So basically all you have to do is double click in that element where the text is, and then you can pick whichever font. There's tons of fonts you can use. I normally just use the font that's already there, but you can select any particular font that you'd like to use. This text size, if the text gets too big, you can reduce it down in size. Then you can change the color of the text. Just click on this color box, and then you can select, these are the two colors that are on the magazine at the moment, the black and the orange. But you can select any of these here if you want to do, or just a black or grey or whatever. Or if you wanted to select a new color completely that's not here in the palette, just click the plus button, and then you can pick whatever color from this color wheel here. So that is easy how to alter the text size and how to change the color. And then if you want to change then how the text is aligned, again, simply just click on this button here and then toggle between left or right, or whatever way you wanted to have the magazine. I'm just going to leave it centered for now. And then in this point here, you can actually do maybe uppercase or lowercase, whatever way you want to do it. So I'm just going to leave all these, kind of make it as simple as possible for you by just, just edit the text and just leave it as it is. So basically what I did, I just got rid of the Lush thing and I just put in my real estate magazine. Now in my case, I was just trying to go for kind of balancing it on the cover. So I placed it in the center and just put my real estate magazine. Now, when I did do it, I had done this earlier on before whatever happened. My microphone had stopped working, and I just have to re-record this video again. So basically, when I had done it the first time, there was a large gap between my reel and estate agent. So what I wanted to do, I wanted to draw these two texts together to put them, and just to tidy them up. So to do that, if you come over to More, click the More button, and then come to Spacing. So this is the line height and the letter spacing. So you can space out the distance between the letters, so you can stretch the letters out across the whole thing if you wanted to. For example, like this, just click the B button, and then you see it's moving further across the thing. So again, this is up to you what way you want to do your taste. And then you see the text are moving further apart, but I wanted to bring them closer together. So that's basically just it. Just drag this across. So I was just tidying up the text and the title of the magazine. So again, then it's just very easy. Then after that, you can zoom in then on the image. So I'm just going to zoom in here, so we can get a closer look, so I can work on the text. So again, this is just a wee bit sitting too much on that. So I'm just going to click on it and just slide it up a wee bit. And then you see there's actually guidelines then Canva will show you then. So you'll always know where the center of the magazine is and how the elements kind of line up with each other. So I'm just going to leave that there. So if I was going to create this magazine, maybe I want to do this magazine for maybe a particular business name, you could change that. Again, just double click in this little text box, and then you could put maybe the business name or whatever you wanted to have on this magazine. Or if this was going to be maybe for a plumbing magazine, you would do whatever kind of plumbing magazine title you would have in your magazine. So again, just alter it and change whatever you wanted to do. Or you could put in a plumbing magazine if you come over to Pixabay, and even if it's just time in plumber. So you could use some of them or any of these illustrations at all then into the magazine. Now bear in mind, these ones here at the very top that say Shutterstock on them, these are all paid images, so don't bother using them at all, because you have to pay to get those. But everything else below that hasn't got the Shutterstock written across it is free to use. So again, you can just select whatever images catch your eye and have it for your magazine cover. Okay, so coming back to the magazine now again, if I've already created articles along a kind of real estate package, for maybe things that someone there maybe selling their house, tips and tricks, and how to find the best real estate agent, and how to maybe an article on ways to show off your house to its, best ability, and, different kind of things, and how to negotiate a good price for your house. All these kind of all these kind of articles that someone maybe who were selling their house, that this real estate business could hand out to that person to put them in a good light. So again, it's just a simple thing of just selecting these different elements and then putting your article title here and maybe a little short summary of what goes below it. So basically it's just more or less the same as any magazine you would see on the rack in your local store. So you just edit it or whatever. And then as well too, the magazine actually gives you this wee layout. So if you wanted to make it look more like a magazine, you could have the date and stuff on it and maybe a paid price, so it actually looks like it's a paid magazine. So it might actually look more might seem like it have a better value then to the person maybe that's getting it free or whatever. So again, that's the first page that we've created. So I'm just going to zoom out just to show you how it looks. So that would be how the front cover would look. Again, you can probably, if you wanted to, say for example, you wanted to actually put more topics down here, this is very easy to do. If you just click on the element that you want to copy and just select it there, and then if you come over to more and just click copy, it will actually create another copy of this. So you can drag that black title down, further down the page, and then you could do the same, then double click on the orange, hit copy, and then drag that orange down. So you could, keep going away and keep editing those topics and titles or whatever you wanted to have on the cover if you thought it was a bit bare and you wanted to put different elements in here and there. So that's how you can actually do it. And then maybe if you find maybe that this image cover is a bit distracting and it's hard to read the text on the image, what you can do is you come up here to this little checkered boxing, which is the transparency, and what you can do is, again, you can just slide this button down, and as you can see there, the image is fading as the background. So again, you see there the text is actually showing up better because the image is reduced down in intensity. So that will make the text. So if you find maybe the imagery if you've used is a bit overpowering for the text, that's what you can do. You can alter it and bring it down a bit. So once you've got your first page done, you want to create a new page. Now I've already created another page, but I'm going to show you how simple it is. Basically all you have to do is you will find this button here below your cover. So just click that and then a new page will open up. Now if for any reason you wanted to copy the page that you were using, again, just use this kind of clone button here and it'll clone it, and the next image that comes down then will be the exact same as the one before. And what you can do then too as well, you can actually click on you can move these images up and down. So if I wanted this page 3 up where page 2 is, just click the up and down arrow and it'll shuffle your pages around then to suit. So in the second, this was the second page I had created. So say for example, I'm still going along the theme of real estate magazine. So I've downloaded 2 more images from Pixabay and I'm just going to put them in here and here. So what I'm going to do is I am going to select this one here. So I just have to wait. Sometimes the Canva thing will actually go to the last page that you created, or is it going to be the first? No, it actually has it up here on the first page. Sometimes when you click your image, sometimes you have to go looking for it. So that is the image that I've selected. So I'm going to put it down in this one down here. So I'm just going to click on it, hold it with the mouse, and basically just drag it down to the element that I want. I want to put it in there. So again, I have to tell Canva where I want to put it. So just clicking on it, and I'm just going to drag it into this corner. So the Canva website, I might actually need to move it around a little bit before it actually takes hold. There you go. So if you find that yourself now, just kind of slide the image around, it slots in. So then again, I'm just going to put another image in here. But as you know yourself from magazines, maybe the first page here could have a couple of images and then might have an index of all the contents that's in it, welcome to such magazine, blah blah blah, and maybe if it was to do with the business that you were doing or whatever, it could be just a little slogan about maybe the company's logo and all this kind of information in here. So again, just look at a magazine and see how the layout is on them, just if you're not too sure. And now I'm just going to use this image over here. I'm just going to drag it over and put it in there. So again, I'm just going to drag it in and move it around until it takes hold. Okay, so as you can see there now, that's that's pretty well, all right. So The only thing that I'll say about using these layouts, I'm going to show you now how to do these layouts, where to find them. If you come on over to Elements, click on the Element section, you're going to find, I need to scroll up, you're going to find this grids, and this is the grid. These are grids that all the images will slot into. Now, unfortunately, you can't just click on this image here and delete it and then just use the white space behind it, just put in your text, because if you do that, it'll delete the whole thing completely. So what you could do then is, I'm just going to select the element. If you double click on the whole element, you can move it around. So for example, I wanted to move it up. I could just move those two photographs at the very, very top of the screen. Just get rid of that little bit of green that's left. And then again, once it's off the page, then it won't show. Still another little bit showing there. Now, because I had set it up wrongly, I'm going to show you how to do it right in a second. But that's what you could do then, is just to use the layout then, and now you have this white space here that you can put any text on. Now, to put your text on here, if you come on over to this text button, but before that, I'm just going to show you the grids and which ones that you can select and choose. So as you can see here, there's all different elements you can use. So you can make your magazine very attractive. You know, again, you could have maybe 4 images, you know, 3 images side by side, whatever, and you can just drag your images in as I showed you, and it'll fill up those different the different positions. So again, up to your own taste, what way you wanted the layout of the magazine. And then too, as well, too, if you didn't, like I have moved this element completely off the page, but if I wanted to maybe just to reduce it down in size, it's just a simple matter of just clicking on the corner and reducing it down in size, and then I can move this element then wherever I want to do it. So then it frees up this area then. So if I wanted to have maybe an introduction to the magazine or all this kind of stuff, I can put all that in the white space. So to do a text and put it on here, it's very simple. Just come on to the text button, and then you can select which font you want to use in this particular size. So again, there's other kind of elements down here that you can use. These might be maybe just more kind of, for example, maybe the title of your magazine, maybe you could use something like these and edit the text. If you didn't like the generic Lush one, the one that was shown there for the Lush magazine, you could select one of those and drag it up and put it in it. But I'm just going to make it as easy as possible for you. So if you just simply come all back up and click on subheading, and as you can see, the wee text button pops up here. So again, you can line up this, it's showing you all the elements, so you can always line up your page by page, where all of them all look the same, the layout's the same. So basically what you would do then is you can make this text box bigger by dragging it across, and then left, right, center, whatever it is. So I'm just going to put a little bit of text in here. So I could simply copy and paste my article in here if it already got it written, and it would go there. Now you can zoom into 100% then, so you'll see, you know, maybe that text size might be too big. As you can see, it probably is too big, because this is a 50% it's showing, and it's showing a huge amount like this. So you can just double click on it, and again the font size is a big size, it's 24. So I can reduce it down maybe to 10. Just have a size, you know, that it's legible and it's not too small that the person getting the magazine can read it. So that would be what I would do then. You would just put my article, fill my article here, and then if you wanted to put in the title of your, you know, a catchy title of the article, you can just click on the heading. Again, I'm going to drag it over here, and then I'm going to reduce it down in size because it's too big. So as you can see now, that wasn't very hard. It was just simple of just getting the right size. And then you basically would just use the same size of font. Again, if you double click in this and you don't particularly like the font that it's giving you, you can just select another one from the drop down menu. So I'm just going to make it as easy as possible for you. So that's basically it, just using the elements it's already given you. And again, you know, you can drag the images around. Add another page or whatever you want to do. And again, if you wanted to change the elements, so like basically it's up to you how you want to create the magazine, whether you want to have some text and some pages and then maybe images and other pages, and you know, this is completely your magazine. But that is how easy it is to create a magazine. So, you know, after working through, you might have maybe 10, 15, 20 pages or whatever, how long you want the magazine to be. So if you're happy with how it looks, you know, all the images look great, and you're happy enough now that this is the finished item. Now again, when you save this, Canva then will have it here on your front page. So just going to show you. These are some of the stuff that there is the magazine there. So say for example, I can always come back to this layout then, and again everything is just exactly as it is, the whole layout. So just as a matter of swapping out, if I was doing a plumbing magazine, just drag in plumbing images into it, change the text. So the layout is already stored here. You'll never have to worry about it losing it. So you can use the same magazine layout over and over again, just a matter of just putting in titles, text. So you can actually, you know, once you have this created, the longest part is actually probably getting the first one done, but then after that then, you know, you can fly through and you can just swap out images, swap out text, and you're on to the next one. So once you've done everything here and you've done all your pages and you're happy with how it looks, spell check and everything, it looks fine, looks professional looking. So what you do is then you come up here to the download button. So once you click on that download button, it's giving you options. So what you're going to do is you're going to check PDF and to print. The print one, there is other ones. There is a JPEG, that is for images, and there is a PDF standard. But the one you want is the PDF print, because you want the best quality as possible to get a good print. So once you've selected that one, and then because you're going to do all pages, because you want the full magazine printed off together in a PDF document. For example, if you did want to just select a certain amount of pages and not have them all, again you can put in what pages you want to do. So again, just all pages, click download, and you'll see that PDF document will download. So then after that then, if you wanted to take the magazine and print it off yourself, if you have a good quality printer and can print on the right kind of paper, or you could take it to a local printing company or whatever and ask them to print up the magazine for you. They'll just give them the PDF file on you know, on a pen drive or whatever, and then they will be able to print it off then from that PDF document. So as I said, it's just a simple thing then. You can just swap all the elements out for any kind of magazines that you wanted to create. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and hope you learned a lot from it. So this could be another thing, maybe another income stream that you can create, is to take content that you've already created and then provide it to local businesses in your area. Okay, I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.